If you have $541.67, I'm going to show you exactly how to become a millionaire, and it's so much easier than you think. This isn't about getting lucky, timing the market, or finding the next hot stock. It's about one simple monthly habit that the average household can afford. In this video, I'll walk you through the math and timeline for how long it takes to reach $1 million starting from zero. To most people, $1 million seems completely unattainable, but it's not. In fact, the average American household has all that they need to reach $1 million, and it doesn't take a huge salary or IQ. It takes discipline and consistency. I am going to break this down two different ways. First, as the average American, and then I will use my own data to show you when my account first hit the $1 million mark. All right, the median household income in 2025 was $85,000. The average total household expenses in 2025 was $78,500. This leaves $6,500 per year left over, which comes out to $541.67 per month to use for whatever you want. Remember the Warren Buffett rule of saying no that I talked about a few weeks ago? The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. This is where the decision is made on how that money gets allocated. If you want financial freedom and to become a millionaire, then the choice is easy. All you have to do is take that money and put it into an S&P 500 index fund each month. This is exactly how my journey started. But more on that later. This is a chart of the S&P 500 with dividends reinvested over the past 10 years. The returns have been phenomenal, somewhere between 15 and 16% per year. The long-term average is a little lower. Since 2000, the average return is about 8% per year, so we're going to use a gain of 10% per year for this demonstration. And remember, you don't need to beat the market to get rich, you just need to be in the market. At the end of 1 year, you will have contributed $6,500 and your account will have only grown $304. The first year is the hardest year. You are giving up a lot now for the future version of yourself. You are essentially building a new lifestyle, and that takes a lot of discipline and determination. Many people get discouraged and give up in year one, but trust me, future you will be very grateful for your sacrifices. Year one was hard, but the excitement of building your new life as a future millionaire kept you going. In year two, that excitement may have worn off, and this made the year a little shaky, but you stuck to your new habits and budget, and at the end of the year, you have made over $1,200 and you hit your first milestone. 4 digits in gains is something to be proud of, and you deserve a little celebration. Years 3 through 5 have flown by. You have an automatic investment set up in your brokerage account so you never even have to think about it. You have made just shy of $10,000 and the snowball is starting to build. You are on the precipice of compounding. In fact, your money is now officially working harder than you. For the first time, your yearly gain is greater than your yearly investment. Now, I want to pause here for a second to talk about something that people never mention in this type of investing video. The stock market average return and what actually happens each year are two completely different things. The stock market almost never goes up the average 10% in a year. Here is a chart of yearly returns for the S&P 500. As you can see, over a span of 100 years, there are maybe a handful of years with a 10% gain. About 70% of the years, the market has gone up, but the market does go down, and there will be times that your account goes into the red. Just because we are using the average return of 10% for this demonstration does not mean that you should expect a stress-free march to $1 million. The market can be volatile in the short term, but in the long term, it does trend upward. It is hard seeing a negative return, but try to think of it as a Black Friday or Cyber Monday sale. People would rush out to buy their favorite stuff if it was 15% off. But everyone panics when the 500 best companies in the world go on sale for a brief period. Whatever you do, do not sell. All right, you made it to year 10, and year 10 is an absolute game changer. You've hit the six-figure milestone, and your hard work is really starting to show. The first 100K is often regarded as the hardest part in building wealth because your contributions have to do all the heavy lifting. Charlie Munger famously said, "The first 100,000 is the hardest part, but you gotta do it." The monumental task of reaching $100,000 is now complete, and your growth engine is giving you almost double what you are investing per year. The engine is officially strong enough to keep moving on its own even if you stopped investing today. And that's another tricky part about year 10. You may now feel like you've made it, and it's ever more tempting to dip into the pool of wealth that you've built and use it for something other than investing. But remember, if you want to be a millionaire, you've got to say no to the distractions. If you made it this far, congratulations are in order. You now have a portfolio value greater than the median American net worth at retirement, excluding home value. 12 years and 7 months. This is the crossover point. Your gains are now greater than the amount of money you have invested. It is the psychological moment where you realize you are no longer the primary driver of your wealth. Your money is. It took you over 12 years to get your first $81,000 in growth. Because of the size of the snowball now, it will only take you about 4 more years to get the next $81,000 in growth. Year 15. Your growth is now noticeably larger than your contributions. Your portfolio is now growing by roughly $22,000 per year. That is over $1,800 a month in pure growth, nearly 3.5 times your monthly contribution. Year 20. You have made massive gains and you are witnessing firsthand the incredible power of compounding. You have $281,327 in gains, which is now more than double the $130,000 that you have contributed. Year 25. You are so close to 1 million that you can almost taste it. In year 25 alone, your portfolio grew by $66,000. That is more than the individual median income. Your money is officially a full-fledged employee that is generating some serious returns. You may be making more money in the market than you are at your job. Year 28 and 1 month. You finally did it. You are now a one percenter. Only about 58 million adults worldwide have a net worth of $1 million or more excluding home value. At the $1 million mark, your total contributions, 182,543, make up only 18% of the total account value. The market did the other 82% of the work. Your portfolio growth each year is now over $100,000 and has surpassed your household income by quite a bit. The snowball is so massive that even if you never contribute another penny, you will hit $2 million in just 7 years. Welcome to the Millionaire Growth Club. You have now generated over $1 million in gains. In the last 2 years of this journey, your portfolio's growth, $203,262, was more than the total amount of money you contributed over the entire 30 years, $195,001. The snowball is too big to fail now. Never contribute again, and you will still generate 6 figures worth of growth every year. For every $1 you saved, you ended up with $6.28. In year 30, your account is growing by over $10,000 every month, which is nearly 20 times your original monthly contribution. Now let's say that you take this investing thing really seriously from day one and you find a way to cut back on your expenses and you are able to contribute an extra $100 per month. You end up hitting $1 million at year 26 and a half, and at the end of the 30 years, You have an extra $226,155. You have been working hard on saving money and investing. That kind of dedication doesn't take place in a vacuum. I bet that you also work hard at your job. Let's see what happens if you get a raise at work and you are able to contribute an additional $500 more per month on top of the $100 from lowering your expenses. At the end of the 30 years, you end up with more than double the amount of money you had in the first scenario. Every dollar that you invest, especially early on, has an exponential effect on the value of your portfolio at the end of the 30 years. I like the monthly investing scenario because it breaks it down to smaller dollar amounts that seem possible and because dollar cost averaging takes all of the human nature out of it. Set up an automatic investment for a certain date and never worry about it again. No second guessing if now is a good time to buy or if you should wait for a pullback because you think prices are too high. Sometimes you will buy shares when the market is down, and sometimes you will buy shares when the market is up. But see it through, and you will be a millionaire. Heck, even if you don't dollar cost average and you are the world's worst market timer, only buying at the absolute peak right before a big crash, you still end up a millionaire. The danger isn't the market going down, it's the investor giving up and selling out due to fear or the inability to say no to the distractions. Now, as promised, I will show you the growth of my portfolio, the Hunter Fund. I started off in 2014 with $200. Unfortunately, I did not track my portfolio in 2015 or 2016. At the end of the 5 years, I was about $22,000 ahead of the S&P 500 in our example with a 10% gain per year. That is probably mainly because I bought stocks like Apple, Google, and Microsoft, which were beating the market at that time. At the end of year 10, I was $376,222 ahead. The Hunter Fund was worth more than 2.5 times the portfolio in the first scenario. This is due to beating the market, cutting back on my expenses, and mainly earning more money than the median income. You can see that my portfolio took a massive hit in 2022 when the S&P 500 fell about 20% and the Nasdaq fell over 30%. In the moment, 2022 was incredibly painful, but for the long-term investor, it was a great opportunity to load up on incredible companies selling at a discount. At the end of year 11, the Hunter Fund crossed the $1 million threshold, and just 1 year after that, at the end of 2025, I hit $2 million. Investing in the stock market has enriched my life in ways that I never thought possible. The crazy part is that for the first 7 years that I was investing, I was earning significantly less than the individual median income. If I can do it, anyone can. If you have $541.67, you already have everything you need to become a millionaire. The problem isn't income, the problem is patience. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.